Hello friends, welcome back to Southern Blessed Homestead. This is Patty, and just a short little video to tell you that it is definitely bean picking time here. We have been growing rattlesnake pole beans, which is just a southern area favorite for a lot of older folks, mostly around here, that ask for them. I was introduced to them probably about 20 years ago, and they're pretty versatile for picking at different times of length for what you like. Um, you can get them young, small and tender with no strings, and which is the way I like them. Or you can wait until they're a little bit bigger and then you can snap them, but they have, you have to string them. And even some people like to eat them. Shelly beans is what they call them. They'll just shell the big beans out of them and put them with their potatoes or whatever. So, I like to grow them because they're easy, and besides, I think they taste great, and they're very prolific. They grow a lot. So this is like my fourth time to pick a good size, and I've been getting like a 3-gallon bucket full, which is about a half a bushel, I think, somewhere around there, like every other night. And I could probably do that, every day almost, because depending on the size that I want them. I'm letting some of them get a little big. But anyway, I was just going to show you what I do. So I'm going to turn you around so you can see what I'm doing. All right, here's my row. I've waited purposely till about 7 o'clock. Sun's set is a little after 8 still, and it's humid and hot. But about this time, there's no bees out. There is horseflies out and stuff like that. So I've got my essential oils and bug repellent on because I do not like the horseflies. They scare me to death. But here's my bucket. I used to use big 5-gallon buckets, but I just have these little black ones now. And the beans, like I said, they're all different lengths and depending on the growth. And I have not put any bug repellent, pest insecticides or anything on these beans. They really don't like it. Years ago I sprayed, I think, neem oil or something on it, and the plant really did not like it. It browned the leaves, and I don't know, it just didn't. So I have not sprayed anything on these, and I don't really have to, but after a while they do start getting a little buggy, and then that's when I'm done. But for now, here's all the beans, and they're a little sparse at the moment because I have been picking them, but they're becoming on, just, and there's still quite a few flowers. And when you pick these, you really have to look and move all the leaves. And I remember my kids, they just really hated to pick these after a while because the leaves are kind of a little scratchy. But they would be picking them, and they'd say, "Oh, there's not very many out there." And I'd go out there and I'd look, and there was tons of them. They just didn't move the leaves to look. And it's best also, I found, when picking, to have somebody on both sides of this, because then you can see behind the leaves and stuff, to tell somebody, "Oh, you got some beans right there." So I've got whole bunches of them. I'm just fixing to get started. I've already canned 40 pints, and my goal, I guess, is right at this moment is if I get 52 pints, that's one a week for the year. And after that, I'll either freeze and give away to family members. I've already actually been giving away to some family members. And so I'm just going down this line, and you can see, and they also get camouflaged, like looking like the stems. So you really have to look. But for I'd say this is about a 50-foot row, and they're over 6 foot tall, and they'll keep growing and vining out. I used to have 2 rows, and they would actually grow into each other, and it was almost like a tunnel. But that was kind of weird because we'd get spiders and all kinds of bugs that would in there, and we didn't like that tunnel effect on these things. But they just keep growing and growing and growing, and they have really pretty pink flowers, pink purple flowers. My camera, yeah, see, and they're still coming on. And I'm so short, it's hard to get up here to get some of these. I have to bring them down to me. But I got to get started, just telling you what I'm doing and telling you that the rest of the garden still looking good. I think Bo has found a water puddle and he's having a drink. Look at him, he's just sopping it up. But the garden is doing good, the Lord's blessing. I haven't really had time to put any pest control on. They're out here. Oh, yes, I did. You see those yellow strips? I just went ahead and looked on Amazon, and for $9.99 there was, like, I don't know, 15 or so or more. I don't remember how many there were. And they say to put them every so many square footage, and I put them all out, and they are working for the little gnats and bugs. I haven't seen any beneficial ones that I know of that have been attached to them. They're just really attracting the gnats, the aphids, and some beetles and stuff. And so as far as that goes, and these cream peas will be coming on pretty soon. They're really looking good. See, you could see maybe if you could tell the indentions of the beans that are in it. So now I'm just waiting for them to turn a yellow. They'll turn yellow when they're done. And the purple hull peas that are over there on that side, they turn purple, obviously, purple hull peas. So, and I've got like 3 pods off of them, and but the rest are coming on really good. And the butter beans are too. The butter beans got a bunch of pods on them, and they hopefully will be firming up really well. Oops, see, got some butter beans. They're doing really good. Little one's coming on. Still getting a little eaten up by some bugs, but hopefully they will be good. And the tomatoes are all still pretty much green. So I won't even go into that. Pepper plants, I've got a little bit of peppers here and there. I made some zucchini relish with some zucchini I had, and I stole a bunch of different kinds of peppers from the garden and put them in it. Mostly I use these Karbashi ones. I need to look these up to see when they are ripe, but they were so long and so many of them, and I tasted them. They kind of taste bell peppery to me, so I cut up a bunch of them and put them in with the zucchini relish that I made, and it was just a recipe I got off the Ball canning recipe book. Alright, so time for me to get some bean picking time going, and I'll let you know what comes out at the end, how much I get. Another reason why I like using my bucket is when you get tired, you can sit on it. And when you sit on it, you can look up underneath the leaves and you can see where the beans are. And sometimes you can shake and you can see where the beans are, and it's easier to pick. See where the big ones are. And sometimes, let's see, they are right in front of you. Yep. You gotta move the leaves to pick the beans. Yep, I am hot and sweaty. I haven't even been out here for less than an hour, and I'm dripping wet and sweat. Got up to 94 today. Yep, and I think very humid. We had a rain shower late yesterday, and everything is still damp. Still bean picking. Listening to the birds and the frogs. Thankful I've got frogs out here, hoping they're eating the bugs. As long as the snakes don't show up to eat the frogs, I'll be okay. So far, in our years here, they haven't. Oops, popped that one. Yep, I'm on the last half of the row on the other side, and I've already got almost a full bucket. Different sizes. Picking. See the vines get all twined, intertwined, and I'm so short. Trying to reach up here underneath things and try not to drop what I got in my hand. And pick. And they're right in front of me. Pretty flowers. Well, I'm finished. Got a good bucket full. And I came over and checked the cucumbers. And got some cucumbers too. So, guess what I will be doing tomorrow. These are the mature looking ones. That I usually don't let them get this big, but this is usually what happens when I don't see them. They're hidden behind something. This is pretty much the way I like them, just a little bit smaller and tender. And sometimes they get pretty big and fat, and you can tell that this was left too, that you can tell they're shelly now. I mean, not really big beans in there, just kind of, it's tough, and you don't let it get like that. It don't taste good at all to me. Yep, and the different sizes. This is another big one I got left that I didn't see. So if you break it up and boil it to death, I guess you can eat it. Be good in soups, I guess. That would be good in soups. But if just for green beans' sake, I like them about like this. Is a good size too, and it's tender. Yep. And I'm not sure why. Most of there's usually have the purple on them, like this. Let me see if I can get a purpley one. It's got the purple in it. That's why they're called rattlesnake pole beans, I guess, because they have these purpley things. But when you boil them, the purple goes away and they're just green. But I'm not sure why most of these don't have the purple on them this year. Must be something in the soil, I guess. This is a good one too. So I just heard some thunder. So I'm going to be going in. It's been raining off and on here. Lord's been watering the garden for me, so I don't have to. There's my old dilapidated barn. It's a pretty evening. Like I said, really humid. I've only been out here about 45 minutes. I'm dripping, sweaty. Lovely South. Thankful for it. Southern blessed homestead. Have a blessed day.